Well, hi there. Welcome to your Wednesday Devos. We are continuing these, but we're going to be switching it up just a little bit. If you don't know me and I don't know you, if you're joining us for the first time, hi, I'm Phil. I get the pleasure of serving here as a youth pastor, and we're going to be doing something a little new. So far, we've been just kind of picking a different passage that we on staff have stuck out to us that we heard from God and felt like, man, this would be really encouraging for the congregation or challenging. We're going to be going through a book of the Bible. And so for the next 12 weeks, not 12 weeks, I'm sorry, for the next 12 Devos, roughly through the beginning of May, but we're going to be looking at the book of Ephesians. And we're just going to be looking through it, and we're going to be taking it section by section. And the different leader for each Devo is basically going to briefly highlight the passage. They're going to encourage you to read it yourself and to study through it, and they'll give you questions that you can use to study through it. And they're probably going to give you a main idea and a challenge based off of that passage. And we're just going to briefly walk through this book. My role today is to prepare us for that. And so if I could, just a couple key little background things. This is a book written by the Apostle Paul. He's in Rome. He'd been wanting to go to Rome, and so finally he's in a situation. He appeals to Caesar, and he hops on a ship, barely gets to Rome, and he arrives at Rome. When he gets to Rome, he's under house arrest. And he's still somewhat staying busy, but while he's in house arrest, he writes several letters, and this is one of them. And so he writes this letter to the churches in Ephesus, and this letter, I'm not sure there's a particular purpose. It's not like there was a particular sin they were struggling with. It's not like he's heard about something and it's like, oh man, I need to address that. No, I wonder if this letter was written for encouragement and for a reminder of what the gospel is. If I had to pick a theme from this book, and if I could sum it up for you, Paul is celebrating the work of the gospel with these churches. And I think he's calling us to do the same thing. And if I had to break it down a little bit further, chapters 1 through 3 really highlight an overview of the doctrine of the gospel. What is the gospel? And what does that have to do with us? What does that have to do with the church? And so he outlines what that looks like. And if I had to go further, 4 through 6 are not necessarily a response, but it's more of the practical. What do we do with now that we know the gospel, how do we live in light of that? What is the practical how-to living in the gospel? That's kind of the overview. If I could give that to you. And my challenge right now is between now and Monday, when the next video is going to come out. I challenge you to read through the entire book of Ephesians. It won't take you long. I mean, it might take you an hour at best. But read through the entire book, chapter 1 through chapter 6, and see, just kind of start to read through what themes am I seeing through this book. And here's the other challenge. Over the next 12 Devos, over the next month and a half, 2 months, prepare yourself to be challenged and prepare yourself to be changed. Because it doesn't matter how old we are, it doesn't matter how long we've been a Christian. The gospel affects us, or at least it should affect us every day. And I am so excited for this book in particular because I am excited to see how this book affects you and how this book affects your understanding of the gospel and how you should live in light of it. Expect to be transformed by the Bible when you come to it, especially as we go throughout these several weeks of looking through Ephesians. I love you guys. That's my prayer for you. Tune in on Monday. Matt's going to kick us off with the first section of Ephesians 1. Love you guys. Bye.